Hi guys, this is Woody. Today I'm doing a live broadcast for a 1v1 live broadcast for Yoncore against WiriWout. This is going to be a live broadcast as I was able to find both players online at the same time. So we're just going to go ahead and give a brief introduction for both players. The player that I'm actually following is Yoncore. He's a very good 1v1 player. Expertise is in Rush. I have played with this player when I was around level 30s. He was able to do a 2v1 pretty much. At the time he was level 30, around level 30. So I was level 30. I was with Desert Alinas at the time. So Desert Alinas was level 40 at the time, and he was able to do a 2v1 versus me and also Desert Alinas. He's a very good player. He actually was actually a pro player in Age of Empires 3, so he will have some mad speed with his with his APM. So he's a very good player. And right now he's just scouting around the map, and it looks like he's just finding goats and getting them back into his base. So he does have a standard build. He does have that storage right next where the berry bush is. He does have 6 villagers on food and also 3 villagers on wood. As you can see, he's kind of microing in his base while his scout is scouting. He might be doing a shift right click for his scout at the moment. That's just how a lot of high level player letting their scout wander around the map while they macroing in their own base. As you can see, early scouting sighted from WiriWout. WiriWout is is also a very good player. He'll be blue this time. WiriWout, you see many of his 2v2 matches, him and me versus random players. The reason why WiriWout is such a good player was because I'm not a very good player myself, and WiriWout is able to carry me all the time. So WiriWout is a very solid player. He's the one that actually introduced me to Bubble, who is one of the top players in the league at the moment. Well, there's no league yet, but one of the top players in AoEo at the moment. He is pretty much undefeated on my channel thus far. So at 2 minutes and 39 seconds, Yoncore is able to scout out WiriWout. Take a look at WiriWout's base. He does have a lot of sheep. He has 5 sheep in his base, a storage right next to his berry bushes, and also a storage next to the close wood and also the gold mine. So let's take a look at Yoncore's base. Yoncore is pretty much being spotted right now by WiriWout. WiriWout does have a watch post right here. Very nice watch post with very line of sight. This watch post could pretty much see the entire base. Very nice watch post. I personally like to send a villager on the watch post just to kill it over time. But Yoncore is having some early action, trying to take out that villager right there. It's not gonna go. Yoncore's scout dies in an unfortunate accident. But as we could see, WiriWout is building his first staples. Yoncore does this counter with his own staples, having 2 villagers on it at the same time. Pretty sure WiriWout is gonna pop out the first Sarah Farrell, but Yoncore will soon follow. I'm very sure of that because Yoncore is actually popping his second staple as we speak. He has 5 villagers on food, 6 villagers on food, 2 villagers on gold, and also 6 villagers on wood. So this is a very standard build if you want to pop out a lot of Sarah, also a lot of archers. So let's take a look at WiriWout's base. WiriWout is actually, it seems like Yoncore's line of sight is for his watch post is not that long. So you could barely see peeking at WiriWout's town center. Just as we speak, WiriWout sends his first Sulfuro attacking Yoncore's watch post. So now you can see WiriWout has actually 2 of those Sulfuro destroying that watch post as we speak. It wouldn't be long as that watch post goes down. Let's take a look at Yoncore's base. So Yoncore is actually sending his first 2 Sulfuro across the map, charging across the map. Those Sulfuro does not have extra speed boost, which a lot of pro players like to have on Seraph Sulfuro. But nevertheless, one of the reasons I love to watch Yoncore play is that he's a very, very good player, although he does not have a lot of high-tech gadgets. So that's why watching him against high-level players like WiriWout, who have full epic equipment, all the best equipment you can have, is very, very exciting. Let's take a look at Yoncore's Seraph Sulfuro. They have extra 60% of damage, which is definitely needed for PvP combat. Has a rare Hideous Dark Pelta. It's not a very, very good item, I say, but it definitely serves its need against range units. Does have an extra 12% on range defense. Now, Yoncore WiriWout sees this coming, as his scout is just right there. WiriWout would love to have a sighting scout, as we can see there. Has an extra 70% line of sight on that scout. And also those Seraph Sulfuro. Let's go back to Seraph Sulfuro. Seraph Sulfuro does have the High King Horse Armor. This is the horse armor you want on all your units. Okay, so Yoncore is closing by with his 8th Seraph Sulfuro at full health. Engages with WiriWout. WiriWout does have a higher number of Seraph Sulfuro. Let's take a look. Both play micros a little bit. WiriWout has a Spearman. That Spearman does have a Black Iron Horse Catcher. Those are horrible. Does horrible snare against horse units or cavalry units. So while the Seraph Sulfuro goes down from Yoncore, first battle did not go very well for Yoncore. Yoncore is very smart about it. What he does is, instead of rushing anymore, he goes back to his own base and prepare for defense. The thing with pikemen, a lot of people ignore them. A lot of people don't use them. Lately, I keep on getting owned with my Seraph Sulfuro due to the fact that people love to use pikemen. And the pikemen have horrible snares. With that Iron Horse Catcher. So let's take a look at Yoncore's base. I love this build. Well, Yoncore's a little bit slow on the micro in there. His villager did stop for a moment, but off they go, start mining for gold. I love the way that Yoncore builds his base. This is very, very sexy build. This is kind of serve as a wall. So this is a very nice build. Don't you hear a lot of times how your enemy comes in and rush your villagers? So this will actually prevent your enemy from rushing you. So he's building kind of like a wall type of defense at his base. He has 3 staples, and he has about 9 Seraph Sulfuro guarding his base. I know WiriWout is a very, very solid player, so this build definitely worked very well against WiriWout due to the fact that WiriWout will not rush him very, very easily. So here comes WiriWout with huge, gigantic force. I hope that Yoncore will hold off. Let's take a look at both forces. Both forces collide. WiriWout does have a slight larging number, but those prodromes that Yoncore is building, they do have some horrible snare and very, very effective against Seraph Sulfuro. I bet Yoncore is gonna hold it off right here, and mainly because he's very, very nice wall. At the same time that his units is outnumbered WiriWout due to the fact those paradigms does horrible damage against cavalry units. So Yoncore holds off. He is advancing with all his units. As you can see, huge army coming up. Charging across the map directly onto WiriWout's base. Can't see a thing in WiriWout due to the fact that I am now on his team. I hope that AoEo does come with the observer mode. I have spoke to some of the balance team. They say it's on its way. So good job, Microsoft, on there. So here comes Yoncore with his units, but very, very nice defense set up by WiriWout, because he does have the Spearman's. Spearman's very, very effective against mountain units. Let's see if WiriWout could hold out on this. Spearman is struggling taking out those prodromes and also those Seraph Sulfuro as they are coming to attack WiriWout's base. Villagers are dying. Stuff are falling down everywhere. Prodromes and Spearmen against Seraph Sulfuro and also Sarah Sapphiros are definitely outnumbered. There goes one more Sapphiros as he tries to run away and get shoot down from the horse. So very even out match, and this is something that I really love to see, due to the fact that, you know, I mean, we have some players, they just face palm some of the opponents that they face. Obviously, you could see both players are very evenly matched. You know, the things that we're not seeing as we're looking at this is that they're crazy APM skills. You know, I mean, they are doing probably 4 things at the same time every time they're advancing. You know, and all they're building probably are hotkeys as well. One of the reasons that I like to do live stream is that I don't have to see everything the player is doing. You know, because, you know, hey, you know, sometimes that's just a little too overwhelming. We want to see where the action is, right, guys? So let's take a look at inside the base. We know that Yoncore is switching onto some sort of cavalry units because he is going crazy on the farm, and also doing a lot of wood chopping, building his 9th houses, doing a watch post here on this map, which is the on this map, which is the Arab map. This is a very nice choke point for either players who spawn in this area, just simply because with this one watch post, even if it's not upgraded, you can see very far as your enemy is charging at you, or if your enemy just camping right here and get ready to attack you. So let's take a look at WiriWout's units. He is just building a massive force of spearmen and prodromes. Both players are switching over to prodromes, so you can see that prodromes and also spearmen are very good counter against Sarah Sapphiros. That's why both players are switching over. They think that each other is actually building the same units. So a little off the mining for Yoncore here because there's just too many villagers trying to get through that little hole and get to that stone mine. So he realized that, posts all villagers off for some gold. Once again, I have no idea what WiriWout is doing, but WiriWout does have 4 staples and also 1 barracks. You know, his build is a very standard build by most players. He does have a town center for defense, and also everything else is just kind of being there, you know, on the back end. If enemy does charging, you know, they do have a very small gap to get through. Small battle coming up where we'll have to go around this mounted wall. Oh no, Yoncore's units is actually away from his base, so he did get caught off guard. But here comes Yoncore's base. 2 army engage fiercely. It looked like WiriWout does have the better units in terms of PvP at the moment, due to the fact those spearmen are very powerful once again against mounted units. So there goes the entire of Yoncore's base, Yoncore's units in a short 3-second fight. You know, I mean, this is the thing, guys. I mean, with high level PvPs, you either win the fight really quickly, or you're gonna lose the fight really quickly. So his base is struggling, very hard to hold down, but those prodromes are doing a little micro in there, is taking out the units. Can Yoncore hold this? I hope so, because this ought to be a very interesting match. So his villager is actually building a 2nd town center, but I believe that he will be able to hold on, because just for the fact that he does have enough prodromes to stop this, or not, as more WiriWout units charge into the battle. You know, that, and he is actually fixing his town center to last this a little bit longer. I appreciate Yoncore for everything he's doing in this match. I mean, at this point, I don't know if he could hold on, because what's gonna happen is WiriWout just continue pouring down units. Yoncore has finally resigned. You know, this is a very good match. Let's just take a look at WiriWout's based. He does have 5 staples for those fast cavalry rush. He's actually mining away from his base. This is a very good macro player, you know, over the map. You could see those mining camps. He's a very strong economy player. You know, you see those watch posts build just in case that Yoncore does a attack towards this way, towards his villagers. So I mean, this map, This game was a very good match. I love watching it. I want to thank both players for coming out to play today. I personally really appreciate that. And I also want to thank you everybody for subscribing to our channel and take a view on my videos. Once again, guys, this is a live broadcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video between two high-level players in a PvP match. Thank you guys very much. Please subscribe and also comment on all the videos as you see along. Thank you guys very much. This is Woody. Peace out.